In developing countries, one of the leading causes of illness and death of children is often traced to polluted drinking water and unsanitary practices. For nearly a decade, individuals, churches, and service organizations from the Northwest have teamed to help solve these problems in Panama. Those who participate are all interested in advancing world health, goodwill, and peace. We provide drinking water, help mothers and children fight disease, and support education. This is our story.
I'm a food corps volunteer. People lack access to clean drinking water, and this has obvious effects on people's health. Families get sick with diarrhea, with parasites, with worms, diseases that we really have no concept of back in the States, but here you see it every day.
My name's Evan Sussman. Some of the things we did down there, we put in water catchment tanks and gutters on where there was metal roofs. We could just put a gutter on and they could have clean water. We actually drilled wells. It's an auger that you drive, two people walk around in a circle, and you turn it, it pulls about a foot of dirt, foot by 4 inches of dirt out of the ground, and you, 1 foot at a time, you drill a well. And once you start to hit water, you keep going, and ideally you go about as far as you can go down unless you engage rock or something impenetrable. We've got this hole in the ground. We take plastic pipe that we've cut perforations in. We slip this down as far as the hole goes, and we put gravel around it. Once we've got that in the ground, we can now drop our pump down in the ground. You've got a well.
Once we arrive, we partner directly with Guaymi community leaders to identify the most needy in their community. Then we get to work. Since we're buying the supplies ourselves, we know that 100% of the donated funds are going directly to installing water tanks and drilling wells in the community. Hand washing is the single most important way to stop the spread of infection and disease. Because of that, this year we're going to be piping water from our wells to hand washing stations and drinking fountains. A few pumps primes a siphon, and continuous running water is available at lower stations. And a drinking fountain and a hand washing station has water throughout the day.
I wasn't really sure what my fit would be in Panama, and being a mechanic, I thought, well, if that would be an opportunity, then that would be great. It was about the last day or two, they realized that I was a mechanic, and they started bringing these little boat engines, and basically I just cleaned it out and was able to show him how to do it, and that was really, really cool. As the week went on, you start to know some of the people that worked with us, the boat drivers, and so as the week went on, they would actually work with us when we get to a project. You know, they're not just driving us the boat, not just chauffeurs. I mean, they were with us, and there was one guy in particular, and I want to say his name was Sergio, or that's how I would pronounce it. And we started talking fishing. We went fishing one time. He decided to take us out in the morning, and he's fishing with some line and a hook, and he would wrap it around a rock or a pop bottle or something, and it was hilarious because he was catching fish and I caught nothing. I lost a couple lures, hooked the bottom, and anyway, we started giving each other a bad time. Then that was really cool.
Aquí tengo ahorita mismo, me llamo Sergio.
My name is Sergio. I live on the island of San Cristobal. I have a family and a wife. In this place, there are times I have work and other times I don't. Sometimes it is very difficult. I am thankful that every year you come. With the love God has shown through you, He can work His miracles in every single one of these people, the poor people who you have helped. A few of them have told me that what you have done for them has changed them and helped them a lot. They are very thankful and happy inside. They think that every time you do this, that they feel that they can change their lives. I am very thankful and happy about this too.
Thank you very much for all that group that coming here.
yeah, I think it's a good thing to go and see other parts of the world really get a reality check as far as how rich we are, and maybe hopefully it'll change the way that we spend our money on things. You see the living situations that they have and what they work hard for. What we have is like extremely abundant, and we indulge in all kinds of riches here, even if we think that we're middle or lower class income levels. We're like rich kings compared to them.
I'm not sure if I had any real expectations prior to going. I went with Sarah, and my daughter is 15 when we went, and so there was, as a dad with a daughter going, you know, protecting her, and that was probably my biggest concern is, you know, just, I don't know, we've never traveled to another country. And once we got there, and she so found a fit, just kind of lit up, you know, taking a part of being involved in the kids and the medical dental. She just watching her blossom was awesome, and an awesome experience to share with your daughter.
Joellen, what are you doing? Are you handing out candy? What is it? Photos.
It's so fascinating, you know, they're spitting out of the machine and they're guessing who's coming out next.
Last year in Panama, I was a dental assistant, and I also interacted with the kids, and I just kind of helped out. They had like a bunch of different like interactive activities, and I kind of helped out with that. There's this girl, she looked to be about 8 years old, and her name was Lushmila, and I honestly wanted to take her home in my suitcase. She was the cutest little thing, and she was so sweet, and she was honestly my favorite. She was right by my side, and she never left, ever. So, yeah, honestly, I don't think any stories could have prepared me for the first night there, because I was absolutely so scared. But, because seriously, I mean, you're sitting on a cot, and then you've got, the only thing that's protecting you from the outside is this mosquito net. That's what it is. And that's the only thing that's like keeping you away from bugs and scorpions and mosquitoes. It was kind of a realization, you know, as a teenager to go there and then just like you were doing something outside of yourself. And I think a lot of teenagers, they need to like experience something like that, go and do something not for yourself but for someone else, and you have no benefit for it. It was such an eye-opener, because, you know, up here it was, you know, you're very like, you know, it's all about me, you know, my nails and just like, you know, all that. But down there, they have nothing. They're so thankful, and they are, it was so neat. It was like whatever they had, they were thankful for, but, you know, up here we are so spoiled, and it was just really cool to see that and distinguish between the two.
Jane or Agustin, been those people with water system and with water tank, with wells. I want to, in this moment, tell you guys that thank you for all what you do for us. And really, I can see that you have a brother on that place. That thank you for everything.
My name is Benarito Dixon. I'm very happy for the help that you've given our community.
Okay, dos palabras. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy because I know this friend bring a big help here. But I'm happy. I love this group because I have a good idea, I have a good plan for this country.
I'd say, you know, if you're on the, like, if you're thinking about it, but then you're kind of like, nah, I have my doubts, you know. No, just go. Just go. You will not be sorry. Seriously. You know, even if you don't want to go, you know, if I had it my way, you know, everyone would go.
You know, it's not one person went on that trip and came back and said, I wish I didn't go. It was the opposite. Everybody wants to go back. If it's something that sounds like it might be a fit for you, don't be put off by the money. It really is valuable to get you down there, even though you think, hey, it cost me $2,000 to ship my body down there. You know, is it really worth it? Couldn't we buy $2,000 worth of tanks down there? You could, and it might be valuable, but your body and your relationship down there is really valuable too.
And I can't put into words how neat it was, and just how you think you're giving, but you end up getting so much in return. And you don't go in the intent, in the expectations of getting anything, don't get me wrong, but it was just, I don't know. I wish everybody had a chance to go. And I wish everybody who even has a consideration to do it. It's all that. It really, really was.